Hey everybody, welcome to the Relume Design League. My name is Josh, I'm your host, and today is the third match in the RDL tournament. We're really excited. First off, I just want to say thank you to our sponsors, Spline, Untitled UI, Flow Ninja, and Webflow. Thank you so much for supporting us. So I'm just going to bring on all our guests. We have today returning Fons and Benten, and we have a special guest commentator, so please give it up. Hey, Mel. Good to see ya.
What's up, guys?
All right.
I'm so excited to be here.
Benten, Fons, how you guys feeling today? We're refreshed?
I'm feeling ready, man. Round 2, let's go.
Hey, nice.
Yeah.
Ready to draw some rectangles.
Got some chips on our shoulders over here, you know?
Awesome. All right, let's just quickly welcome the crowd here. Who do we have? We see Iker in the house from Team Unfold. We got Zach, Dave, Adam, always in the house. We got Eric, Maria, good to see ya. How many people we have now? We got 36. Okay, let's see if we can pop it up to 100. Who else we got here? Raymar, you wanna welcome some of the crowd here?
Yeah, you got Eric Odom in the house. You got who's that? Zach Bujazia, Maria Martins. Hello,
Nice.
hello. Bite your apple. I'm not sure what that's about, but welcome to the show. Flow party, obviously. Melissa, you got the squad representing. I see you got the whole crowd out here. We got some Unfold folks in the house. We got folks from all over the community out here. So what's up, y'all?
Nice. Right on. Melissa,
So
do you want to say hi?
exciting.
You're like, you were there since the beginning, so it's so good to have you back.
Yeah. I am so excited to be on this stage of the Relume Rumble because I've seen it from the beginning, and honestly, this is like the best competition ever. So
Nice.
I'm very excited to see this super awesome designers face off today.
Yeah, watch out, Fons. Benton, she might throw a giant poo emoji on your design. So. What happened on the first one?
I mean, listen, I had to defend my team member
Yeah,
from the
for
flow
sure.
party, so like, you know,
Yep.
nobody said no sabotage here.
So good. Okay, I'm just gonna share for those who are watching for the first time. Here is how the Rumble's gonna go. So we got Benten and Fons competing in the Figma Arena. It's all pure base in Figma. They're gonna style a single page wireframe within 30 minutes. So that's from taking the assets and then putting it together, everything. So we got Rymar, Melissa, myself will be commentating. After the 30 minutes is up, everyone here on YouTube, you guys know the drill. You're going to be voting who the winner is via live chat poll, so that's going to be good. And then the winner wins third place, so it's going to be good. So first off, I just want to say, it's a good competition, but at the end of the day, you guys are all champs. Like, it takes, as you guys have experienced, a lot to go through this. So so that's how it's gonna go down. Benten, I was wondering, we actually didn't do this last time, but could you just, before we introduce you guys, or maybe we should do it right now and then you guys can share a little bit, what we should do. Rymar, Melissa, you guys good for the intros?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do
Okay, let's just start with that first.
it. All right. Melissa, you want to go?
Yeah, so
Go for it.
standing at 6 feet, 1 pixel tall, weighing in at 180 megabytes, we have the Dutch designer Dominator, featured by Adobe Figma Webflow. He is now ready to dominate the Relume Design League. Ladies and gentlemen, Fons Mans!
Thanks, Melissa. Beautiful intro.
Nice.
And now in the purple corner, standing at 6'1" pixel tall, weighing in at 203 megabytes, we have the Goliath of Greenville, web designer by day and avid cycler also by day, because biking at night is dangerous and being a web designer gives you that flexibility. With more than 9 years experience as a brand designer, art director, and web designer, Ben's a certified badass in visual communication and currently fights for the Unfold team as a senior web designer. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Benten Woodring.
Woo! Unfold! I support both.
That's right. We got to be, we got both squads. We're cheering for both.
Nice. All right, Ben, we'll start with you. For those who don't know Unfold and like who you represent, can you share a little bit about like who you guys are and what you guys do?
Yeah, we're a design studio, fully remote, based in Florida. We have about 33 people. We're known for our brand, web, product, and illustration.
Nice.
And I've been there about a year and a half, and some extremely talented people. I still am kind of amazed that I get to work there. So awesome people, really great design.
Nice.
Yeah, I love it.
Cool. All right. And Fons, for those who've never heard of you before, I mean, we all know you're famous, but how about you share? How about you share a little bit about yourself?
Yeah,
Little
sure,
humble brag.
sure. So yeah, hey guys, I'm Fons, designer from the Netherlands. Been sharing quite some stuff indeed on Twitter this year. Stuff like resources, tutorials for other designers. That's going really well. Besides that, I really like to work with upcoming companies, startups, establishing their brand and product work, and getting ready for today.
Nice. So how do you guys feel after your first rounds? Obviously, Benten, you're kind of going back to back, so it's still pretty fresh. But like, any different strategies you're gonna take? Like, what are some thoughts? Benten, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I think the biggest one is not using auto layout. I know that one held me up a little bit on the last round, kind of breaking things apart. And when you have only 30 minutes, every second counts.
Yeah.
So that'll be my first one. And then second, I'd probably say just like gathering assets first instead of trying to copy paste everything at the end.
Gotcha. Okay, Fons, how about you?
Yeah, for me, I would say also lost a lot of time, less time on the auto layout. Also, I try to listen in on your guys' conversation. Maybe that wasn't the best idea while I had to focus. So this time I will just try to focus on the design and go from there.
Nice. Okay. All right. Let's do it. We'll switch over to the Figma Arena. Melissa, Reimar, if you want to join, I sent you guys the link.
Nice.
Okay, so here we are. Let me reveal the top secret ingredient or theme for today's challenge. It is luxury EV vehicles. All right, so
Hey Josh, we don't. I don't have the link.
you don't have the link? Okay, give me a sec
No.
here. That it's in the eCam chat. Are you able to find that?
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. While they're joining, let's just go over to the wireframe here. So if you guys want to follow me on Figma, we'll just go and start right at it. All right. So we have this beautiful luxury EV brand named Luminaire. So we got the nav bar, very minimal. So the style and theme is basically like minimalism, right? A lot of white space. So we got this beautiful large background image for a hero header. Features electric. Going down here, we have a nice gallery component. This is really going to emphasize all the the cars and the selections. So we got a little slider component here. If we move down, we have a nice grid area. So a lot of this whole wireframe is very image heavy. So we got all that going on, and then we have a blog section. I believe it's blog 34. So that we're just, again, more displays of imagery. We got some news. We're going to talk about all that. And then finally a CTA followed by the footer. So that's what we got going on. And let's go over to the mood board here. So again, this is like very image heavy content, right? So bold statements, large typography. You see a lot of sans serif type here. And Melissa and Reimar, you're with me over here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So again, a lot of nice, clean background colors, very like white or neutral colors here. Images really strong. Again, using that like strong grid layout. And then huge typography as well, right? Just emphasis on the cars itself. So that's the type of the style that we're going for. How many do we have?
Beautiful.
Yeah, again, just like simple, strong layouts. Again, you guys can break the wireframes, but this is what we thought was best. Okay, here we go. So we got Polestar. In the bottom, we got Polestar 2 and Polestar 3. This is a new one up top. Okay, and now as we move over, we got Rivian assets here. So we got the Rivian truck on the left and then the brand new SUV on the right. Moving over, we have Faraday Future. We only got 2, but 2's still good enough. So moving down, we have photos for Faraday. So we got a mix of interior, exterior, really beautiful, nice and clean. Also, we have video assets. We're incorporating the new feature for Figma video. So these work the same way as images, but what you do is you just slot it into your wireframe, hit plus hit play on the prototype, and then you'll be able to see it. Photo assets here, Rivian, whole bunch, indoor or interior, exterior, lifestyle, and finally Polestar. Really nice, strong, beautiful images. I'm gonna showcase here in the eCam here. This is the videos that we have. So Faraday, really, really nice. Rivian and Polestar. So you can just really grab it and then slot it in. So, okay. Any questions there so far? No. Okay. So this is our mystery item this is more like texture based. So mystery item A is grid lines, right? This is a vector. So you guys can duplicate it and just make a pattern out of it. The other one is dots. So grid lines versus dots. So I'm going to open up the polls and let the people vote. Which one do you want to incorporate into the designs? Fons and Benten will then have to bring this regardless. So, okay. So while we wait for everyone to vote, let's just, any questions? Let's just chat about what we just saw.
Yeah, a lot to work with, man. A lot of assets this time. So that's really cool. And yeah. For me, this will be the first time of actually integrating video as well. So,
Nice.
It will be cool.
Awesome. Benten,
This is so beautiful.
how you doing? Oh my goodness, I made a big mistake and I didn't update the stream name. So you are now Christina. I apologize. I'm going to update that.
and Fons is Benten, and
Okay,
Benten is
let's
Christina.
do a quick change. So we'll keep waiting. But yeah, right, Merciless, while I'm
The
doing that.
no, I was just gonna say it's interesting because now they've all kind of these both Benten and Fons have gone through a version of this, right? They've done this before, so like, you know, the first time you come in, you're not really sure. They were struggling with the auto layout, the format's new, like you got to kind of figure out how to navigate exactly what you're doing in this type of setting. So now it'll be cool to see, you know, with a little bit of experience, will they be a little calmer? Will they approach things a little differently? How do they put this together, you know, using some of that experience on this second round? So that will be interesting to see from both of them.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think both of them have so much talent, and this type of websites are like what every designer wishes to get. So I think this is going to be a killer challenge.
Nice.
Michael's Yankee's got a heck of a comment here saying to bring in a non-designer to do a third option so we can appreciate how good both of these dudes are. That would be good. That'd be good to see, right? Like the crowd design. That maybe you could make it. You can make a public board, duplicate it public, and the crowd can join. People can submit their designs at the end of the challenge too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys,
really cool.
also, what cars are these?
This is the future, yo.
These are
For real, man. Like, what the hell? I live in Florida. This doesn't exist here. This is a San
Rivian's a really
Francisco
popular
car?
one. These are all electric vehicles, luxury electric vehicles. They're really taking the storm. So we wanted to slot in Tesla, but everyone knows that. So we thought we'd just try something different. All right, guys. So the audience has.
Should have just got the most obscure cars ever, like a Pinto
I know.
from like the 80s.
All right, people have voted B, dots. So that's what's gonna go on.
Of course.
All right,
course,
guys, are you
dots.
ready? Let me switch
ready.
up my playlist and we're gonna get started here. All right, in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Dang.
Whew.
And we're off. And we're off to the races.
Okay.
I'm still like enthralled by the use of Figma here. Like it's such a good way to use a tool like this, you know,
Yeah.
to like immerse the experience, have two people working the same canvas, like the collab. Like I guarantee Figma never thought people would be doing, you know, live streaming esports for design inside
Yeah.
of their canvas when they built like the multiplayer mode inside of there, you know.
Yep. I wonder if Figma knows that this is happening because this is very cool.
We have been trying to get their attention, so we hope that some of them are watching.
Figma,
Oh,
where you at? Look
Figma.
at, holla at your
Come
boy.
Yeah. Okay,
We-
so we're starting to see how each one of them starts their project. So we see that Fons right away started with a color palette. He chose
Yeah.
something super classic, very
Yeah, nice
minimal.
neutrals there.
Neutrals, yeah, exactly. And then Ben, on the other hand, he started with his photography and assets.
Okay, so he's going for the Rivian. Nice.
I
nice.
also
going for the
think it's
review.
interesting how Fons has created a clean slate here, and it looks like he's going to recreate everything side by side as opposed to trying to like deal with the assets. So that'll be interesting. Like, is there going to be a transition here? Is he just going to use the wireframe next to it and build a whole new model here? So like, he's like, I don't even want to forget about messing with auto layout. I don't even want any of your elements. I'm literally starting from a blank canvas.
The
Yeah,
thing is
this
that,
is
guys, like auto layout is cool when you're designing like smaller components like buttons or little cards and stuff like that. But when you're designing with speed, auto layout can be a little tricky.
Yes, totally. So this time we took out auto layout and we really cleaned out the wireframes. There's a lot of like nested groups in here, so it's a lot more free now.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm digging this Fons design. I really love that
Oh,
pop color.
I wonder if I've given away some of the secret here, because now it looks like there's more of the same. Benten has adopted some of the strategies, clearing out some of the elements to kind of, and maybe it's just the way to implement some of the design, right? Maybe it's just easier instead of trying to like move some of those to just start from scratch here. Melissa, as a designer, how would you be like thinking about this? It looks like just kind of blocking in some of the thoughts at the high level. Looks like some colors were chosen, but how would you be walking through this?
Usually,
on your-
what I would do is I would go the Ben way. So I would just start with the assets, and then once I had the assets, I would just use the color picker to choose maybe 3 colors out of there, just to keep it consistent with the vibe of the images and the assets, and then, you know, go from there.
Okay.
But look how beautiful that hero that Ben has there.
Already coming together.
So sick.
I'm-
Love it.
We need to host a Relume Design League for my website. So that I can
Hey.
actually get it
Yeah.
done in 30 minutes. That way it's
No
like the-
problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
Today's topic is Raymar.
That's right. Let's please. Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
Can please,
It's just, you know,
we can
like
do
when
a
you have the time
challenge.
constraints. So that's what I'm saying. It's like when you see it, I'm making a joke there kind of loosely, but it's interesting to see how far you can push something when you have like a hard deadline of the 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Rather than like the portfolio designers challenge where they're always like, oh, I can't get it done. I can't figure it out.
Yeah.
It always takes forever. You know, it's like, it's something about having that hard timeline that, you know, I think really helps put pressure on both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that law, Parkinson's law or something. It's not the disease, but it's a law where it's like, given the allotted time, you'll usually work within it and you'll get it done. So yeah, that's why we thought this whole concept of like doing it under a tight time frame. It's amazing what people can really do. Like if they don't, it's just they trust their gut, right? They just like, they don't have time to think. You just quickly do it. And then usually you kind of get like 80% there or 75% there. So it's really interesting to see what people put out. Oh, like, okay, let's switch over to Fons.
Look at Fons. Like, he is like an artist.
Let's
He
see.
just created
Okay.
his cube and just started adding like the different sides to it with the different colors. So cool, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really
This is
start from
next
scratch.
level.
Two very different approaches. Very neat here.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I was wondering what was going on with on Benten's there, but I see now it's like a multi-image, like maybe that's going to be some kind of carousel or slider or rotating element there, or maybe not. Maybe just mashing up those photos, and he'll do something with that.
Oh, here's some echo.
Bum, bum, bum.
I just got an Amber Alert on my phone and my AirPods disconnected, and I was like freaking
Oh.
out for a sec.
Got it.
Yeah, I got the same one.
Hope things are okay.
I couldn't even check, I hope.
So, by the way, the time, we only cut it to 15 minutes because halfway through, we're going to like take a little 5-minute break, a breather. We're going to change it up a bit. And then we're going to just chat with Fons and Benten just to reassess on their strategy, see how they're feeling.
Yeah.
So, guys, we got 8 minutes, 50 seconds.
Yeah, there's two really different approaches here, and I'm kind of feeling what Fons is doing here. He's kind of giving himself more constraints. So he's like kind of taking the elements from the wireframe and rebuilding his little sections and kind of giving himself the little elements. But there's no real substance yet, right? So it's interesting. Whereas again, on the other side, we've got the assets kind of like just starting to be blocked into place with text already. And I don't know that there's a right or wrong here, because I'm sure they're going to both do excellent work. But it's interesting just to kind of see how that process evolves, where somebody's, Fons is kind of giving himself some guardrails, building the containers, giving himself like a high level, kind of almost taking that wireframe to little layers of fidelity.
Yeah.
Rather than kind of taking the assets and just working
there you
through
go.
and seeing how they fit into the page.
I'm shook it, guys. This is
Wow, this is
crazy.
beautiful though, yeah.
You guys are so good. I'm having, how do you call that syndrome?
Imposter syndrome?
Yeah, like it's hitting hard right now.
Andrea, don't worry. 15
is
minutes is just
crazy.
the halfway mark. So we're going to take a little break after that. Got to keep up with comments here.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing?
Going
Let's
on.
see. Yeah, what are your thoughts? Like, who do you think is going to win so far? Or who do you think is winning so far? What are your opinions, guys? Let's see what you guys think.
Zach says watching two professionals at work. Love it. Very true.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, Eric's saying that cropped grid hero section is something else. Yeah, really interesting.
Honestly, Mike says, yeah, it would take me an hour just to get the wireframe built. LOL. Benten. Honestly, this would take me a week to figure out and come up with the idea.
Oh, look at
Yeah.
that cube effect. Whoa.
Oh.
Okay, so we got, that must have been like a plugin. Okay. Melissa, I'm going to
Yeah,
follow
also
you.
like I'm.
Oh, no, yeah, go ahead, Raimar.
No, I was just gonna say I'm having a hard time like thinking of anything to say. I'm just kind of getting mesmerized watching them work.
I know, right? This is serious.
All right, let's take a look. If you guys want to follow me, let's take a look at the assets. Which one would you pick? Well, first of all, which one do you think you would like to own? You got Rivian.
Yo, not gonna lie, I
Wait,
just saw
I
this
would
Rivian
love-
SUV
Yeah.
today, and it's kind of hot in person. The proportions are nice.
Oh, you saw in person?
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing was in the parking garage at this place I was at today, and I was like, yo, this is nice.
Wow.
I didn't know it was on the
I
road. I
actually
didn't think it was on
really
the road
like-
yet.
I really like, how do you
Polestar?
pronounce this? Polestar?
Polestar. Yeah, it's a really
Polestar.
nice
This
car.
is my car right here, the black one.
Oh, you like the black? Oh, okay.
Yeah, with the
It's
little
got some
like
Saab
with
vibes.
with the brakes, like the yellow brakes. Ooh.
Yeah. If you go down, they have really nice interior. I love this nice yellow seat belt.
Oh my
It's like
God.
spaceship seats. The finish is like it's way, I would almost say it's better than Tesla. Actually, Tesla's pretty plasticky.
Yeah, Tesla's not really well known for their interiors.
Yeah. But I've been inside one of these in the showroom, and it's pretty tight. It's pretty small, but
Oh,
you know,
really? Oh, no, so
yeah.
never mind.
yeah. But they just released like an SUV version, so or at least a compact SUV. Yeah, nice to dream.
So then I would just go with the Rivian.
Yeah. I mean, it's great. I love this section here where you can put in like a snowboard or
Oh, wow.
golf bag, random stuff. Yeah, really neat.
This is like the true car for the outdoorsy people.
Yeah. All right. Nice. Let's take a look back at Fons. Let's see what he's doing here. Okay, so he's really busting out the big typography.
Yeah, he's just blocking it all
Busting
in,
it
right?
out.
It's like
I feel in a rap video.
bust.
He's really starting from scratch. That's
Bust it out.
Break it down. Okay, 4 minutes, guys. 4 minutes to the halftime break. It's looking good though. They've definitely improved from the last time.
Yeah. Yeah, right. It's like, again, that little bit of experience, you know, maybe a little bit, I wish I'd have done it like this. You get done with an event like that. Maybe you think, oh, I wish I'd have tried this, or I would have done this different. So now they get a chance to maybe give it a second swing. And that's where I think we'll see some really, really nice results with that little bit of.
Okay.
Let's see how.
So Benton's totally getting rid of this component and just doing his own thing. Or maybe he's doing his own version of a grid.
Yeah, maybe a little staggered.
So
grid.
where? So I thought Adam was coming today. What's up, Adam? He's in the chat.
Yeah, where you
In
at?
the chat.
Part-time. Was he working part-time over here these days?
He wanted to leave it to the pros to
That's right.
commentate.
Where are they at? Are they coming later?
Yeah, later I had to fill you guys in.
Okay.
Fill in with you guys for so far. That's
More
good.
space for the GOAT commentators. You're pretty good, Adam. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's the one with the amazing introduction. So
Very
That
true.
takes skill.
The OG.
all right.
Honestly, like, can they sell these websites after we're done? Because I mean, it's a waste if they can't.
Well, let's see if we can talk to Rivian and update their website with this.
For
Yeah.
real.
How about yeah. I have a buddy who was does interior design on these cars and got offered a job at Rivian actually. And turned it down. I
Really?
was like, oh my goodness,
Wow.
how? Yeah, when they were like coming up. Yep.
Wow.
He's a lead interior designer at Toyota and didn't want to make the jump. Ooh. Yeah. Toyota's doing
guys.
some nice stuff too, though. So you know, I like the gumption to stick it out and say, hey, I'm loyal. So something to be said about that.
Yeah. 2 minutes or a minute 45.
I'm trying to
seconds.
see how Fons is going to bring the car more into the site here a little bit as these rest of these sections come to life. Because I'm kind of liking the vibe and just the feel of this general wireframe. But I want to see how he's going to plop the cars in here, or if there's any thought given to that. Like, is he just going to come in and then just piecemeal them, or I wonder if there's got to be some forethought here a little bit, right?
Yeah, Iger says Benten is definitely feeling it. He's inlaying the details, which means he already has a plan to quickly execute on the remaining sections.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yep.
saying. It's like it looks so polished over here. It looks like, okay, we got some finesse. And I want to see like how I feel like Fons will catch up quick, but I'm interested to see how that process plays out. Is what I'm thinking.
Ben is like risking it. He's
not
really
playing,
going
right?
for it with this section here. I love it.
I think both of you guys they're like taking huge risks because Fons is really building from scratch, and then using the wireframe as just like a guide for the structure, but he's just taking control of that. But yeah, Benton's totally breaking this component he's working on right now.
Yeah, the round with the square.
Yeah.
That's always like a bold move.
All right, 20 seconds. We're
Ooh.
gonna join our little intermission pretty soon.
We need like a little hype countdown.
Oh, sorry.
There it is. The dog's gonna count it down for us.
You know, this has spice. This live streams come with spice.
That's right.
Okay, guys, let's take a little break. We're gonna do 5 minutes. Okay. So, let me switch over here. You guys can take a little break. Let's just like take a breather and we'll review. How are you guys feeling so far? Fons, we'll start with you.
So this time I started with setting up the whole structure, so getting the blocks right as I think I want them.
Yep.
So I can spend the last part actually on, you know, getting the content in and playing around with that.
Okay. And you're feeling good with what you have so far?
Yeah, so when I think electric, I think, you know, bold colors, futuristic. So yeah, I think this is getting into in a nice direction.
Okay, good. I'm glad that the whole wireframe is all set more or less now, and you got the remaining half to fill it in and refine it. So that's great. Okay, Benten, let's see what you're up to here.
Yeah, I'm going with like a cleaner look, going with uppercase, and trying some kind of non-traditional layouts, just to kind of things up a little bit. Big typography, minimal palette.
Nice. Okay. Rymar, Melissa, any
Very
thoughts,
clean.
any questions? I like this.
Yeah.
Settled.
I'm trying to buy a Rivian right now, not gonna lie.
Yeah, for real. And they're going completely opposite. Like Ben is going very minimal, you know, clean, very contemporary but fun, taking huge risks with layouts, but they're just working. Now Fons, on the other hand, just introducing that bold color, also super clean, super modern, but they just both look so good, guys. Like, I'm just imagining all the animations on this, and wow.
Yeah.
I do have a thought. So right off, like my instinct at this moment says the Rivian looks more like a car site, and I want to see how Fons picks up the weight there. Because right now Fons looks like very techy. It's got that forward edge, and it's got like I feel the electric vibe from it. But I want to see how it becomes a car site now. Whereas I think Benten has like a dope car site that's super believable as a car site. And I'm interested to see like what polish he's gonna put on that in the last 15 minutes. That's gonna just like take it to the next level. So I'm really excited to see how both of these evolve in the second half.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, 2 minutes left. You guys need the extra 2 minutes, or you ready to go back in?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Ready.
Yeah, gotta hydrate.
That's right. You need
All right.
you need the
Michael?
corner man with you need like the Vaseline on your eyebrows. You need somebody like spraying water in your mouth.
The little massage.
That's right.
All right.
Michael
All right, guys.
did say something before we started.
Sure.
He said, dig in Fons colors, but it would be hard to show off another car color other than black. So I wonder if he has a trick up his sleeve.
Okay. Yeah, Tim,
Yeah,
can you make
it's
the
a good-
logo bigger? All right, guys, we're gonna go back into it. Let's kick it off. Last 15.
Let's
Let's go.
I want to bring up a comment here from Maria that says, "This guys are money in the bank. Let's hope no clients are watching this." And I imagine it's because of the speed or something, but I don't think I'd have any problem. I think, I think this. I don't think this diminishes any kind of value. But I'd be interested to know if anybody else has thoughts on that. Or Maria, defend your comment there about like a comment. Do you think like would it detract? Do you think if a client was seeing this, you'd think it was like less value because they were doing it quickly, or what? I just wonder if you could expand on that comment, Maria, por favor.
Yeah, I mean, I think what she means is just that, you know, when you're selling a site, you're selling it because it takes you time, not only expertise, to finish it. So for a client to see a site finished in 30 minutes that looks this good, it's like I'm paying $20,000 for a site that was done, or a design that was done in 30 minutes.
Yeah, I guess I would just say, hey, you just, give some other designer the same assets in 30 minutes and see what they come up with, and then you'll see why you're paying the difference.
Exactly.
Probably right, I guess. Yeah, it's the years of experience that allow them to do it in these 30 minutes and still look super pro. And I still think there's also that nuance at the end. Like, this might be interesting as a design inspiration thing, but this isn't how the process really plays out. At some level, there'll be revisions of this. There's multiple pages that have to be done. There's thoughts about how the content gets laid out. Maybe you're actually designing some of the assets. Like, the Relume folks did a lot of work kind of prepping these assets ahead of time and stuff. So I think they make some of that design stuff look easy.
Yeah. It's we wanted
Clients
to make
are mean, she says.
we wanted to make the wireframes easy enough to complete in half an hour, but challenging enough at the same time. So, and then we try to even if you just look over here, like the placeholders of we wanted to have a lot of places for imagery, and then so we backed it up with a lot of good assets. So it's a lot of thought behind it, and it's really cool to see. Even this is the first time someone's really broke it apart, and Fons.
It all makes sense, by the way. Now, as I'm looking at Fons and I'm seeing some of the image choices.
Wow.
Not gonna lie. I'm like, okay, this is starting to look like a popular science type expo. I could totally see some vibes here. So,
and so these are video files, by the way. So, it's gonna be crazy. Yeah, I really want to preview it right now, but we'll do it at the end. Well, let's take a look.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the video files again. So obviously we have Rivian by Benten, chosen by Benten, and Polestar in the bottom here, chosen by Fons. So
I like that they both went with different types of it would have been they both didn't go for Rivian or Polestar. They got they both got different cars. So I think that's a good little variety there.
Yeah, for sure. Good mix of interior, driving experiences, and it'll be cool. All right, let's check out.
So we're seeing that Ben is now working on the blog section on the bottom. He's creating the little card. It's looking really cool.
Question here is,
So
does he try to match
once
the
you're in
the
that
design
section, huh?
I was just gonna say, how is he gonna tie those three cards into the top section? That'll be interesting to see how those kind of play next to each other.
Well, he added a divider, so that probably for him means he's gonna add a heading after that, and then just the cards as sliders, I guess, and break that apart from the top section. Right.
Oh, there you go. So I'm waiting for your emojis, Melissa.
Listen, let me confess something, or actually not confess, but I'm gonna throw somebody under the bus. The responsible for that was Mr. Adam.
Oh, was it Adam? I thought it was Caleb. Oh, one of the guys.
Oh,
one of the guys.
I don't know. Somebody do that. I just found it on the grid. I'm like, oh, I'm taking this.
All good though. These designers are as cool as lettuce. Nothing's gonna stop them, right?
They really are cool as a lettuce. Look at them. They're here let me just kill it for a second.
As cool as the other side of the pillow. That's a good point here in the comments. If we go back to the comments, who was it? Maria, again, going back or Eric even, the accent color, going back to how would you showcase other car colors other than black? Imagine if the accent color changed with the car. I could totally see, that being an extra special, little experience that just, look at it. Oh, so he already knew.
Yeah.
Boom, look at him changing that. Yeah, yep. Nice.
Okay.
Nice. That's right. I forget we're dealing with the pros here,
For real, man.
Yeah. Changing it up. Ooh. A little bit of that
I like the
line
little
in there.
what in the video, in the music. What?
9 minutes,
Look at
guys.
those
How you doing?
stars.
It's looking good. This is looking like way. You guys got lots of time to really put the final touches on. I mean, right now, as it stands, it's a complete website. You know, images are there. All the
Oh,
content's
right.
aligned. The layout's good.
Yeah.
Now it's just
Look, he's continuing the little grid design Ben here on this side.
oh, let
On
me
the
switch over
blog
here.
side.
Yeah, that's cool.
Very cool.
So if you go
It's
up,
just Relume. It's just like a blessing. It really is.
you're welcome.
It's like after these competitions, all these little elements just become Relume components.
Yeah.
You guys are our free R&D team.
That's right.
Yeah. For real. Where's the hookup?
Checks in the mail. Yeah, I like this small grid. Oh, okay, we got gradient.
Oh, a
Hey,
little
there you
gradient.
go.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, this is not a game, y'all. I don't know if you're watching at home thinking like this is like when you watch athletes on TV and you're like, I could be an athlete, and then you see them
Yeah,
in person
right.
and you try to do it and you realize like how ridiculous
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the thought was that you could like do that.
It's hard, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a few people have already downloaded the files and tried their own version, so that's really cool to see.
Mm.
What
Right
is
on.
the chat saying, guys? What's up?
Yeah,
How are you feeling? What are your thoughts?
Zach.
bite your apple
Anyone-
saying, not gonna lie, this one's gonna be so tough to vote. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder why Faraday wasn't picked. Maybe it's because we only put into car assets in that. Let's go over here. Felt a little lonely. It's like you got these
Which
overwhelming.
one? Faraday?
Faraday Future, yeah. It's nice.
Can we zoom in on Benten's typography? Is a request from Tim.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
I'm always interested in how people make their font choices, and I did see that Benten has that little like digital. Oh, he's kind of changed it. Okay. I still like it. This little
Okay.
font for the blog elements.
Very cool.
So the font here is Test Zone Breed. That's hard to spell, but we'll put
Like
it
the
in
little
the
square
YouTube
boxy
description.
one, you know? Yeah.
And then this is Test Zone. So, really interesting. So it's all one
It's-
font family.
It's super understated how much typography if you're in design and you're trying to like elevate your level of design, typography is 100% the way to just add a little bit of pop. If you're, there's the typical ones, and me as like a out of practice designer kind of always fall back on like the Helveticas and the Montserrats and the Open Sands and the simple ones, that we know, like the good old faithfuls. But when you find like a nice little just boom font like that, and it just adds so much little character to the design, I don't know. I think that's where a lot of designers can really set themselves up.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the combination. Like this is Test Zone, and then this one's Test Zone. But
Yeah.
I think they're two different types. Like one is more mono, and then the other one's just sans serif regular,
Yeah.
which is very cool.
All right, let's head over to Font. Let's check out his fonts. By
Fons font.
Fons font.
Fonts.
I wonder if he gets that a lot. Okay, this is
Probably
bet.
does.
yeah.
Never heard that one
Guillaume?
before, guys.
Guillon. Guillaume font. I'm butchering that. So same type. All okay. We got rubato here.
Even just knowing when to go like caps versus like title case or camel case or like even just that little subtleness of the logos all caps and the then a little bit of lowercase, and I don't see on Fons anywhere else where he goes full caps, but I do see on Benten's he goes full caps in lots of places, and so even just that, like knowing when and where and what fonts look good, capitalized versus camel case.
So it's a mix of Roboto and Guillon. Sorry, just can't pronounce that. So yeah,
Nice.
that's the way to go, right? Like max, you probably want to have 2 types of fonts.
I kind of feel like this section
So-
you're looking at right now, Josh, could be like a Dyson ad, like a Dyson section. Or
Yeah,
something.
with the list
like
this
they're
year.
explaining the insides of a Dyson vacuum or something, you know?
Yeah, it's got that Dyson vibe. All right, guys,
I
we got
love
less
the
than 4
color
minutes.
combination.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
this is such an odd color combination. We have beige or nude or like off. Yeah, nude. We have the neon yellow and then we have black, and it just works so well.
3 minutes, 20 seconds. Fons, Benten,
Ooh.
you guys doing okay? Are you guys annoyed at our commentating yet?
I mean, but that's the
No, I'm
pressure.
good at tuning it out.
Yeah, just tune it out. Oh,
Maxim's
nice.
bringing up a good point here that I tend to agree with. Fons needs a bolder header to win, and this I think goes back to the car thing, where I
okay.
immediately know we're on a car site.
Hang
you
on,
know,
yeah, let me follow you
on the
right there.
Rivian, on the Luminar. You know, when I'm looking here, it's like car. You know, immediately I'm on a road. Over here, when I'm looking at Fons, I might be like, am I on an electric technology company? Am I the battery company? Am I an infrastructure company? Or is it specifically a car? So I don't know. That's interesting. Anybody else have thoughts on that?
There you go. Live client feedback. You got 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes to
Wow.
correct it.
Damn, Raymond, that was tough,
Just kidding.
man.
Well, the comments from the crowd. It's Maxim is saying that. He's
Yeah,
saying Fons
yeah.
needs bolder header to win.
Yeah.
I'm just riffing with the crowd here, you know.
Just one opinion. Just one opinion. All that matters.
That's right.
is the
That's
No,
right.
but you know what? Let me tell you, that slider on pick your dream car, I can just see that moving on Webflow.
Yeah.
So
imagine-
good.
I could see the wheels.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining.
It like rolls. It rolls like it's going down an assembly line. Like slowly, it's like changing.
Damn, yes.
It's like a
Ooh.
Joseph
So is
Very
Adam
special.
gonna
Like
develop this?
Yeah, we're gonna have the audience vote the winning design, or
Oh,
yeah, we haven't
nice.
thought that either the winning design for the finals or out of all of them, we'll have people vote. What do you guys think? What do you want? Yeah, Adam's like, yeah, I'm down. He's down for anything for sure. Guy's
Yeah.
a beast.
He's like,
Adam, we have to see
I
this
just.
develop.
It's like I built it during halftime. Actually.
Yeah,
It's like
Yeah,
it's
Adam.
already done.
you're building it right now, right? Yeah. Just send me the published link. We'll put it up on the live stream right now. 1 minute 10 seconds. Let's wrap it up.
Bum bum bum. I'm
Definitely.
blown away. Not gonna lie on both
Yeah,
of these. No
yeah.
matter what the outcome is, like
Definitely working on the final touches now. They're just tweaking it. Everything else seems to be pretty good in place. So I think I gotta find this old comment.
Can I curse? 'Cause
Yeah,
I
Iker
think
basically
it deserves a curse. I'm
Which
like,
one does
wow.
a better job selling the car? That's going to
Send
be
it.
the winner. So,
Yeah.
which one is the better car salesman in this episode?
we need to go look up the sites for both of these and just
Yeah.
At this
25
point,
seconds.
at this point, it comes,
they should just be replaced.
comes down to who named their layers.
yeah.
That's funny.
Okay.
Fon's going for the gradient. You simply love to see it. Michael Thompson's throwing some love for the gradient game.
All right,
What's
and
our
that's
clock?
it.
That's it. The clock's out.
That's time.
Yeah.
Hey, hang on.
Hard clap.
Let me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
there you go.
send it right. There you go.
Woo. Congrats, guys.
Wow.
That was awesome. We loved it. So good. How are you feeling? You guys feel good after that?
Yeah, I feel great actually.
Nice.
It's a finished. Well, at least all the sections out there.
You're
So
redeemed.
that's great. You know. Oh,
Awesome.
It's definitely more comfortable the second time around. I feel like you know what to expect.
Yeah. And was the the new wireframe without auto layout, that was like a lot better?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Should we just get into it? Hey, let's see, Benten, Fons, if you guys can like hit, select on your wireframe or your frame, and then press play on the prototype. And if you guys can share with us that that link, then we can kind of follow you there. So, Benten, if you wanna send that to me in.
Oh, it's a video.
Oh, you want
Wow.
me? Yeah, sure.
The header.
Prototype.
Yeah, no prototype. And then
Yep.
Fons, if you can share that with me as well in the eCam link, that'd be great.
Yep.
All right. We're gonna get that started. Let me load this up.
Yeah, I as I take a sneak peek here, and I see that Benten had that.
Okay.
It's tough because when you're looking at the images in Figma,
Okay.
you don't see them. You don't see the motion, so like seeing the motion now, it's like adds so much depth to these.
Here we go.
Oh my
Benten,
God.
take it away. Sell it to the crowd. We're following you, so yeah, go for it.
Yeah. One thing I know a lot about with like luxury electric vehicles, they usually have a big video in the header. So I think it's a great opportunity to bring that new Figma functionality in. This is actually the first time I've used video in Figma, but it's super easy. It functions the same as an image or any other fill. I wanted to break it up a little bit. It'd be cool to prototype this, and it could be a slider where it's going from one video to the next, or a video with an image in the background, and this is kind of blurred at first, and then it swipes over. I went with, I think the typeface is called Sony, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I'm not really sure. I forget the name of the type foundry. I think it's Klim. I can't remember. But that's the type I pulled in. Just use a bunch of different weights, like regular and then a mono typeface there. Pulled in the mystery item, the dot grid in the back, which I think works pretty well with this layout. I wanted to add some smaller details, like kind of like, again, another little makeshift logo. Just put a little star and then pull that through as a brand element throughout. And then on the side, I did some kind of like wayfinding over here, just kind of as small design elements that help it feel a little bit more premium. And then we've got this carousel here with the different vehicles. We could have some stats below. And then for the feature section, I wanted to break this up, make it feel a little bit more lifestyle and kind of show what the vehicle is capable of. So have some stats, broke up the grid a little bit with different shapes and sizes. And then we have the blog section down at the bottom. Again, I wanted this to feel a little bit more lifestyle feeling, especially with Rivian, because they're more about, like off-road, camping, all that kind of capability. So I have like the vehicle itself overlaid on top of like a destination to kind of bring that through, and brought the dot grid in a little bit. And I like that this type, and I went with a yellow, feels a little bit more like energetic, technical. And then a footer. I was trying to mess around with this. I think it came out okay. I would have loved a shot of the front of the car and have it kind of peeking up. I wasn't able to get that done in time, but that's mine. Love the video feature. I think it really helps bring it to life.
Yeah.
Right on. Good stuff.
Killed it.
That is amazing. All right. Next, I am going over to Fonz's.
This is so wild.
Which one is this gonna?
I'm like your fan forever, guys.
Okay. See if this loads out here. Okay. Oh, there's the video.
All right, yeah, there we go.
Okay, we're following you,
That's it.
Fons, so take it away.
Yeah, so what I did is went for a little bit more of an experimental approach, right? As the title says, right, the future is electric. I wanted to give this effect of, looking into this glass bowl, except it's not a glass bowl. It's like this square, and you're looking into the future, right? So you have this very nice car in there. Little bit of a different setup of having the description and an action button separated in the corners, emphasizing the electric part, with a little bit of a thunderbolt underneath it. And then in the second section, I definitely had to, if you can scroll down a bit, yeah. So in the second section, I definitely had to show a car, of course, to make it more clear where this is all about. Again, big typography here, and switching between that. Really simple color palette. I went with one big color because I saw that most cars off Polestar are actually, just gray and black. So actually that color works really well with those monotone tints. So yes, just scrolling through and going into these sections. Again, as you can see, some more video included here, bringing back that pop of color, and letting the images bleed out of these containers a bit to make the layout a little bit less static, and bring a little bit more interesting stuff to it. By the way, I used a font called Gilroy. Looks really
Nice.
I don't know, pretty modern, I would say, and I thought, it fits quite nice with the theme. So big typography here again, some nice visual elements to give it some body. We've got the blog post here, of course, with some nice imagery, and at the bottom we have a sign up for the email again with some video. I used a little bit of an isometric effect here with a plugin called Isometric. It's really easy to use, so a great name. Just to bring some really interesting visual stuff in there, and of course closing off with a bright footer with a big logo, because you can't go without it.
Amazing. Right on, guys.
Bravo!
Good job. Rymar, is you taking some notes there?
Yeah, I just wanted to. I had a couple thoughts. They kind of like comparing the two approaches, and I wanted to write them down before I forgot them. But
Okay.
I love both of them visually. The thing that struck me right off the bat was like Benten's feels like it's like the car forward, and it's like what I would expect to see if I was like shopping for the car itself. And I think Fons feels almost like explaining the technology. Like if I was looking to dig into the technology of the car a little bit more, this feels like almost more of the layout I might expect to see, where like maybe there's more stats about the vehicle, there's a little bit more details about like the technology itself. So it's wild to see. Like I didn't see at the beginning how this was going to come to be kind of a car spread, but this almost looks like it could be a Popular Mechanics type write-up or magazine type write-up, like showcasing the different components and the technology that like sets this car apart. Whereas I almost see Benten's as like, if I were like looking at a brochure to buy the exterior of the car at the dealership, this is something like they would hand me to look at the car. And so interesting just to see how you can successfully take two different looks at something. And I don't know if that was the approach at all. I'd be interested to hear, how that stacks up to either of their approaches or anything they were thinking about on either side as they went at these. Specifically Fons, but yeah, from both of them, I'd be interested to hear.
Nice. Yeah, I must say you're pretty much on the money there. I really wanted to highlight the futuristic aspect of the car. Just not showing the car too much in context and stuff, but really zooming in on, why this car is so cool.
I think that this is the perfect display of the different audiences or target market. There's people that are into the outdoors. They need a car that's functional, so they need to see that applied in the imagery. You know what I mean? Like they need to relate the car with the outdoors, all the functionalities that it has, the storage, this and that. It's more lifestyle, and you see that on Ben's design. While on Fons design, this is more geared towards the people that are just into tech and they just want a car that it's electric, and they're super interested about how it's made and all the I don't know, the functionality, how it's made. So you can see just the two audiences there.
Really nice. This is gonna be a tough one.
I know.
Polls are up, guys. Go ahead and vote.
73 votes, 92 watching. Y'all better get to it.
Yeah, I know. I just don't know, guys. Like, this is very hard.
I like Zach's comment. Who are we to vote? We're not worthy.
Oh, sorry. That's so funny. I just love.
Am I a techie girl, or am I an outdoorsy girl?
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is gonna be really interesting. I mean, both are, honestly, I say this, but it's true. Like, both are winners. Like, this is so different, and it depends on who's watching, who prefers what. But I'm just so glad on how the videos turned out. It makes it so much better.
Yeah, he's like, we don't care about the design as long as our video's right. No, I'm kidding. I know you're talking about the Figma videos. It's like, I'm so glad. Like, no, our YouTube channel's really
You're watching
growing with
Figma? We're promoting your new feature here. For free. You're welcome.
Both winners. I see a lot of people, but the votes are leaning heavy in one direction here.
Okay, we're gonna end it. I think this is it. All right, everybody. At 72%, we have the winner for this match. Third place, Benten, everybody. Guys, well done. Well done. All right.
Speech.
Yeah. How'd that feel, Benten?
I don't know, man. Looking at Fons, it was really cool. I love the way you incorporated video.
Yeah.
In kind of like non-traditional ways, like that cube and using isometric above the footer. That was just really cool. I honestly didn't even think to incorporate video past the hero. So I thought that was awesome. And I thought it was funny we both used variations of yellow. That seems to be the electric color. But yeah, no, this is a lot of fun. Definitely less stressful second time around. And Fons, it's cool to go up against you. You're just huge in the space, so it was an honor.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great stuff, man, and congratulations.
Right on.
Thank you.
Oh, I forgot to ask you guys, Fons, Benten, did you guys use specific plugins? Can you share what they were?
Fons, you want to go first?
Yeah, so as I said, right, I used one plugin. It's called Isometric, where you can just select an image, right, and it converts. You can choose the angle really quickly, and yeah, you get a really cool effect.
Okay, cool. And Benten, did you use any plugins?
I don't think I did. I was trying to find a good photo for the footer. Then I would have used remove BG to remove the background.
Right.
But I ran out of time, so no plugins on this one.
Okay. Awesome, guys. Melissa, Reimar, any final thoughts on what just happened? That was great. That was just so good.
I am just speechless, honestly. Like,
too.
you guys are so good. You have all my respect. This is not easy, especially with the pressure of being live in 30 minutes. And this is just like a work of art. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm in shock, and the whole audience is in shock. So,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I agree. It's always just so good to watch people who are really talented do their thing, and you could definitely tell it was more comfortable than the first time around, because I watched both of you compete in the first time you guys both competed, and I could tell it was just like a little bit of that. So knowing that, I'm kind of excited to see next week, you know, because I think that's going to go even harder. So congrats to both of you for a second shot here. Congrats to Benten for the third place victory, and I think everyone wins kind of getting to watch this process unfold and see into the creative minds of these two talents.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
this
thanks.
is an inspiration, honestly, for the people here in the audience and whoever sees this. It's an inspiration to see them design this in 30 minutes with such class and just beautiful.
Any feedback on like how you can make this better? Was the half an hour good? Would you want like 45 minutes or maybe even shorter if this was too easy for you?
45 would be great. Yeah.
45 would be good? Okay. What do you think?
I like
Ben?
the intermission. I wasn't sure I was going to like the intermission, but
Yeah.
I know you didn't ask, but yeah, I think the intermission was good.
Good. Okay, cool. Nice. I think that did help a lot too.
Benten, did you have thoughts?
No, I feel like for the second time around, 30 felt okay. For the first time, 45 would have been good. Just like adjusting to that time. But yeah, definitely more comfortable second time around.
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
you guys are always welcome back. We're gonna have a lot more of these, and probably like we're gonna figure out some like exhibition matches and things like that. So, thanks so much for joining. Any final words? Do you guys want to do a little plug on what you guys are doing and how people can follow you? Benton, we'll start with you.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter, Benten Woodring. Also on Dribble with the Unfold team. You can find me on there. We'll be sharing work.
Nice. And Fons?
Yeah, so just want to say thanks for having me, guys. Had a lot of fun with this contest. Crazy stuff. And yeah, for people watching, you know, you can follow me on Twitter. I'll be dropping some nice community stuff soon again. So yeah, talk there.
Fantastic. All right.
Nice.
That wraps
Followed.
up today. Sorry, Reimer, do you have anything to say?
No, I was just going to say I follow. Yeah, you both earned to follow. Let's get it.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I just have to add that we did break the 100 viewer mark.
Yay!
Had to do that. So thanks so much for joining, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Join us next week for the finals. We have Sergey and Kika battling it out. Fons, also thank you for staying up midnight for this. So next week will be another midnight battle. So have a great week, guys. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.